Hello and welcome to my Championship Game Week 2 predictions. Good wins for Southampton. Leicester last time out struggling to get over the line against Sheffield Wednesday. Birmingham Ipswich played out a thrilling 1-1 draw that got a bit tasty as well. So yeah, Game Week 2 promises to be just as good. So let's just dive straight into my predictions for Game Week 2 of the Championship for the 25-26 season. So to Saturday at 12:30 we go, and Derby take on Coventry City. In this one, Stoke City beating Derby on opening day. As soon as they brought on Dean Sanderson, they conceded 2 goals. Horrible defending from Sanderson in that game. Coventry beat Luton in the Cup in the week. They did draw and get a very disappointing point at home to Hull, didn't they? The last time these sides played was back last season. It was 2-0 win for Derby on a Tuesday night, and Derby actually did the double over Coventry last season. Have not got a bad record against the Sky Blues. Do Derby County. Ramsby looking to win this one at 12:30. It's on the TV on Sky Sports Plus. So yeah, I'm actually going to back Derby County in this one to get over the line in this one. Could go 2-1 to the home side, and yeah, Derby to get over the line against Coventry City here by 2-1. And John Eustace kickstarts his campaign with Derby County this season. Portsmouth take on Norwich now. Portsmouth losing to Reading in the Cup. Very, very disappointing for Portsmouth. They'll be looking to do better at Fratton Park this weekend, after they did lose to Reading, of course, in the week. But they did beat Oxford last weekend. Gary Rowett decided a very tough place to go, so that was a good win for Pompey in that one. Norwich will be looking to start a little bit better under Liam Manning after their 2-1 loss to Millwall in the week. But they'd 2-1 to Millwall last week. They did beat Watford away in the week. Really tough one to call because Pompey's home form's quite good under John Massinio. Still expect Pompey to be down there. The home form's quite good. I'm actually going to back a Desmond in this one. I'm going to back at 2-2. I think there's be goals galore. I think Sargent will get a couple for Norwich, and then Pompey might hit back with Bishop or someone else, Lang maybe. So yeah, back in a Desmond in this one. Portsmouth 2, Norwich 2 here. So yeah, back in a draw between these two sides. Now to the racecourse as Wrexham take on West Brom. The first time these sides have played in over 20 years. This one is on ITV, so it is free to air and free to watch, of course. Yeah, both sides drawing in the Cup in midweek, one losing a penalty shootout, and that was West Bromwich Albion, and one winning a penalty cup shootout in Wrexham. I saw the viral clip of Wrexham fans walk out the stadium and then running back in. What are they doing there? Yeah, Southampton beat Wrexham last week. They'll be looking to respond at the racecourse. A very good place for Wrexham fans to be. I think it's one of the most hostile atmospheres in the UK right now. West Brom did beat Blackburn on opening day under Ryan Mason. Probably could have won that by 3 or 4, and then maybe just not the one. They just weren't clinical enough in this game. First time these sides have played in a while. Yeah, as we've got no data here on FootMob, I am going to back Wrexham, actually. I'm going to back Wrexham for home 2-1 win in this one, and yeah, them to just get over the line in this one. So yeah, back in the Wrexham boys to win by 2-1 over West Bromwich Albion here. So yeah, 2-1 to Wrexham here. Now to Ewood Park, as my team Birmingham will be taking 7,000 fans up to Ewood Park to play Blackburn Rovers. Blackburn have lost their first 2 matches of the season in the Championship and in the Carabao Cup, lost to Bradford as well. Birmingham drew against Ipswich, got unlucky there, and then got over the line against Sheffield United in the Cup with that last minute Jay Stansfield, or 87th minute winner from Jay Stansfield. Yeah, these sides like playing each other, played each other in the Cup a few times. Last time these sides played in the league was a 4-2 win for Blackburn when Rooney was back in charge, and then a 1-0 win when Tony Mowbray was in charge, of course, and Birmingham won that one at St Andrews. Yeah, Blackburn, after the John Eustace saga and all of that stuff moulded over, they got Valérien Ismaël, who did have a good run towards the back end of that season. He didn't start well, and they haven't started well this season, but that's due to the ownership problems that Blackburn Rovers do have. I think I'm going to back Birmingham to win this one, as much as I think this could be a difficult game for them. But yeah, I think Birmingham will win this. I think the likes of Kyogo and Stansfield are just going to be too much for Blackburn Rovers in this one. So yeah, I'm backing Birmingham to win this by 2-0 over Blackburn Rovers here quite comfortably for the Blues in this one. And yeah, they beat Blackburn quite comfortably at Ewood Park with those 7,000 away travelling fans who'll be in full voice at Ewood Park. So yeah, 2-0 to Birmingham here. Bristol City take on Charlton and Nathan Jones. Now, very, very good start for Charlton and Nathan Jones. Back-to-back wins in the Cup and the League, beating Stevenage and beating Watford, respectively. Bristol City beat MK Dons in the week, and a very good start for Bristol City as they beat Sheffield United by 4-1. So they'll be looking to continue that campaign so far under Gerhard Struber, who, well, got it tactically brilliant at Bramall Lane last week, didn't he? By absolutely dominating. Sheffield United, last time these sides played was back in 2019 in the Championship. Was a 3-2 win for Charlton and a 2-1 win for Bristol City at Thrashton Gate, of course. Yeah, Ben Speed is the referee. I don't know why I'm saying the referee like I know who he is. Yeah, Bristol City should win this one. Yeah, I'm going to back Bristol City quite comfortably in this one. I'll go for a nice 2-0 home win. Charlton got a scrappy win against Watford last time out, but it was only a scrappy 1-0 for Nathan Jones. So yeah, back in Bristol City to get a nice 2-0 win over Charlton here. Now to Millwall against Middlesbrough, two sides that might be challenging for the playoffs at the back end of last season. Middlesbrough getting absolutely spanked by Doncaster Rovers in the Cup on Tuesday night, I believe, and Millwall just getting over the line against League Two Newport. So, yeah, both sides kind of struggling a little bit in the Carabao Cup this week, but they both did win on opening day. Millwall beating Norwich, of course, and Middlesbrough beating Swansea City at home in Rob Edwards' first championship match in charge. This one might be a bit more difficult for him. It is, I believe, 150-year anniversary of Millwall, 100-year anniversary of Millwall. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, I think Millwall I think they won 1-0 last season. Middlesbrough won 1-0 back at the Riverside. This one's a really, really tough one to call. Alex Neil's side are very, very good. When it comes to beating side, they beat Norwich last weekend at Carrow Road. I think they're going to get over the line here. I'm going to back Millwall again. I'm going to go for a 1-0 scrappy home, what it was last season, basically. And yeah, Millwall to win this by 1-0 over Middlesbrough. So yeah, back in Millwall to win this by 1-0 over the Borough. Next, we go to Deepdale as Preston take on Leicester. Not the best start for Leicester City, still 3 points nonetheless over Sheffield Wednesday, but they were probably looking to win that by 3-4-0, but it ended up only being a 2-1 as Sheffield Wednesday were really up for it, so that might have also played a factor into it. Preston drew to QPR on opening day, beat Barrow in the week in the Cup. Yeah, they'll be looking to do a bit stronger here. They did lose to Leicester 3-0 on both occasions last time they were in the Championship on the head-to-heads. Any injuries for both sides? Ricardo Pereira still playing for Leicester City, and Christensen as well. No Potts, no Thompson, no Brady, no Keane for Preston. So that, yeah, they're a bit injury hit for Paul Heckingbottom's side. I think he knows the league well enough that he can grind some results out for Preston this season. Leicester City under Marty Cifuentes still don't know what's going on with the financial problems there. Leicester are going to win this, aren't they? I am going to back the away side to win this at Deepdale by 2-1, and it'd be 6 out of 6 points for Leicester City to start the new Championship season. So yeah, back in Marty Cifuentes side to win by 2-1 over Preston in this one. So yeah, back in Leicester to win 2-1. Sheffield Wednesday take on Stoke now, and Sheffield Wednesday put in a very spirited performance in against Leicester City at the weekend. They also beat Bolton Wanderers on penalties last night after throwing a 2-goal lead away. Just ran out of steam at the end. Mark Robbins' Stoke had a perfect start, beating Derby County on opening day. So yeah, they'll be looking to do the same, won't they, really? Drew with Walsall in the week. Not great. Only beating them via a penalty shootout in the end. Last time they played last season was a 2-0 win for Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough, of course. And then Stoke beat them on Good Friday by 2-0 as well. So yeah, respectable 2-0 wins on either side. Sheffield Wednesday's kids put in a very, very good performance at Bolton last night in the Cup. So they'll be looking to do the same against Stoke City this weekend. It's at Hillsborough, so I think this one will be a bit of a tight one. I think I think I am going to back Stoke, though, to win this. I'm going to go 2-1 to the away side. I think Sheffield Wednesday, again, will put up a nice spirited performance, but I just think it's not going to be enough, and Stoke will get over the line in this one by 2-1 over Sheffield Wednesday here. Swansea take on Sheffield United then. Both sides will be looking to bounce back from opening day disappointments. Swansea will, definitely be looking to win this after the opening day loss to Middlesbrough, of course. Sheffield United did lose, got an absolute hammering by Bristol City. By 4-1, and they lost to Birmingham last night in the Carabao Cup, of course. 2-1, a good goal from Gustavo Harmer, though, was the consolation in that one. Do recommend you checking that one out. I think it was just inside the Birmingham half, or just on the halfway line. And he scored and caught Beadle off his line. Great goal, but I think Beadle shouldn't be getting beat. From there, Swansea beat Crawley. Yeah, that was quite routine for them. Last time they played last season was a 2-1 win for Sheffield United back in January. And a 1-0 win for Sheffield United back in October. I am going to back Sheffield United in this one to get over the line. I think they will respond quite well to the defeat of Bristol City. And I think I'm going to go tight. I think it'll be just narrow for Sheffield United. I'm going to go for a nice 1-0 away victory for the away side in this one, and Sheffield United to kickstart their campaign by winning 1-0 away at Swansea. Watford v QPR then, now in what is a bit of probably a mid-table clash. Have QPR been out and played a friendly against Toulouse? I know it's Plymouth. I don't know why it's showing the Toulouse badge here on Football. Stupid app, it does that sometimes. Drew against Preston on opening day, and then they lost to Plymouth in the cup after throwing a 2-goal lead away. Not good for Julian Stefan's side. Both these managers haven't managed in England before last weekend. Of course, Julian Stefan and Paolo Pezzolano of Watford. They did lose to Norwich in the Cup, did Watford, and lost to Charlton on opening day. So 2 losses out of 2. They'll be probably looking to sack Paolo Pezzolano after this match if they lose this. Bit boring affair, this one. I think Watford might just get over the line in this one. I'm not so sure, although the head-to-heads do show it was a 0-0 draw back on the 30th of November 24 last season, and 3-1 win for QPR back at Loftus Road. I am going to back a 1-1 draw in this one, just to be safe on the safe side. Bit of a boring game probably, but a 1-1 draw between Watford and QPR, and I think this one could be quite a dull affair really. Back in a 1-1 draw between these two sides. Now to the 2 games on Sunday, and we start with a zinger where Ipswich Town take on Southampton. Brilliant. Ipswich haven't had the best start. They lost to Bromley in the Cup. They drew with Birmingham on opening day, but they didn't look really that good in that game. Southampton did beat Wrexham on opening day in that absolute mental game at St Mary's. They also beat Northampton in the Cup as well, of course. We'll be looking the back-to-back wins as Saints head coach Kieran McKenna and Ipswich need to get going and need to get on that win column on that board. Just start winning games, don't they? Last time they did play was in the Prem. It was a 2-1 win, away win for the Saints, as a 1-1 draw back on the 21st of September. Back in the Championship, it was a 1-0 win for Ipswich and 3-2 win where Jeremy Sarmiento scored that dramatic late goal. I could see the same happening here, to be honest. I could see another 3-2 for Ipswich, maybe. Southampton need to be a perfect start for Southampton if they could just go and win this game of football. I don't think it's going to happen. I am going to back Ipswich Town by 3-2, similar to what the game was in April of 2024, I believe. So I'm going to back Ipswich Town to win this by 3-2 and narrowly just get over the line over Southampton here and kickstart their campaign by winning their second game of the season. So Ipswich to win by 3-2 over Southampton, but their confidence will be knocked, will Ipswich. And then the final game is Hull City versus Oxford. Oxford not getting off to the best start under Gary Rowett after losing at home to Portsmouth. Not the best. You don't want to be losing them games if you're trying to stay up this season. Hull drew to Coventry away, a decent point away from them for Jakinovic's side. Of course, they did draw 3-3 in the Cup to Wrexham after being after throwing a two-goal lead away, where they were 3-1 up in that game. Oxford beat Colchester in the week, which is kind of expected. Championship beating League 2 opposition. Last time they played last season was a 1-0 home win for Oxford United. Hull City beat Oxford United back in March at the KCOM or the MKM, whatever it's called now. Few injuries. No Placheta. Luke Harris is out. Miller's out as well for Hull. Harris and Placheta out for Oxford, respectively. Luke Harris, can he provide something for Oxford? Didn't provided a bit for Birmingham last season. But yeah, I think he will be okay for Oxford. But yeah, this game's a bit of a dull affair. I'm going to back Hull City in this one. I'm going to go for a scrappy Hull 1-0 win in this one and them to just get over the line in this one. So yeah, backing Hull to get a nice 1-0 win at home against Oxford United here. Thank you very much for watching my Championship Game Week 2 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And yeah, I'll speak to you on the next one, which is Premier League predictions tomorrow. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll speak to you on the next one.